Hello everyone, welcome to Gold Rush. I'm Hitman82 and here we go. We're in Haines, Alaska, gold mining capital of the world. So hop in our truck. Now I'm playing this, let's see, we'll have a quick look at the settings right off the bat. These are difficulties. So the big one here is gold nugget disabled and machine failures are enabled. So this is going to be a bit of a longer play because of that. So we're going to basically play it as difficult as we can, other than I think I'll probably have the little helper when you're digging with the excavator. I might leave that on, we'll see. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we're going to head over to the bank and rent our parcel. And I'm going to do this a bit slower than I would if I was kind of doing this on my own. I would take out a big loan and I would skip the whole hog pen with no pump. But we're going to do a proper playthrough here. Alright, so there we've now leased the land, the parcel. So now we're heading back to get some equipment. So my goal this episode is to get to the point where we sell some gold. And we're going to do it with the very basic equipment like it shows kind of in the tutorial for the game. So let's start off that right away. Stop the truck and get out. Alright, so we need a hog pan with no pump. We're going to do that at first, just to get our first pan of gold, and then we'll upgrade. So we'll get this with no pump, and we need a couple, pan mats, and we want the core, there it is, and we need a bucket, where's the buckets? There's the buckets. Alright, so now we head over to the register, and we're going to check it out. So as you can see, we have one pump, two mats, the sluice block core, and the bucket. So let's purchase those. Our stuff's been prepared. Yeah, I know. Thank you. So of course you can pause if there's anything on the screen that you want it to read, but I went too fast. You can just pause it and have a look. All right. So in this video series, we're going to go through. I just got the game not even a week ago, so I don't even have tier 3 yet. So I'm learning that kind of off screen. So I'm hoping that as I go, some of you who have played the game a while will share your tips with those of us who haven't been playing it so long. And if you haven't played before and you're looking at either getting the game or you just got it and you're trying to figure out how to play, play along with me. And leave comments in the comments and say, hey, how do you do this? Or you're doing this, you could do this a different way. We'll have a good discussion. If you're new to my channel, my content is all something you could, like kids see. It's all like family-oriented programming, I guess you would call it. So if you post any nasty comments or anything like that, those are going to be removed because, yeah, that's not the kind of channel this is. All right, but I welcome comments. I love responding to comments, so make sure you pop those in. All right, so we're off to the parcel. The stuff in the back of the truck locks down automatically. And as long as you don't run into anything really hard, it should be fine. So we'll get these loading screens as we're traveling. That's just the way the game is. So we'll get a couple on the way back to the parcel. So we're driving out of town. We'll have a look at the map and more at the bank later. We'll just kind of explore as we go. I want to kind of go along and show you just the information you need to get started, and then we'll expand as we go. So this is the factory that we're driving through now, on the way to Old Arnold parcel. So you see these grates here on the left. That's where you sell magnetite later. Whoa. Yep, good thing well, I guess there's no damage. Too busy looking at the scenery and not enough time spent driving. So you'll see I've got about down on the bottom right, I have half a tank of fuel. I didn't bother getting any more fuel. I don't need it right now. And, ooh, this is a nasty spot. You have to be careful going through here. If you have a trailer on, it's very easy to hit that and lose your trailer and all sorts of nasty things happen. So you have to be careful when you're driving. And this tree, that tree, oh my gosh, come flying through here at night. So easy to hit that tree. Okay, so we're at Old Arnold parcel. The main dig site, you see all this different colored dirt here. That's where we'll be digging eventually, once we have an excavator. Whoops. Okay, so I'm trying to reverse up this hill and I can't. So here's a diff lock. We turn that on and it locks our back wheels so we get better traction in the dirt. Don't really want to leave that on unless you're actually, having traction issues. Especially don't need it on pavement. Okay, so here we are. Shut the engine off. We don't want to burn fuel. And we're at the dig site. So let's grab that sluice pan first. Things are a little bit glitchy. Okay, so here is the only place you can place this, is here. See, there's a little frame here. And then here's where we'll be digging with a shovel. So there's our core. And now we need the hog pan with no pump on it, which means you have to bucket the water into it. We'll be changing that. We'll get like one load of ore and then we'll be upgrading that. So now we'll grab a couple mats. If only you could pick up more than one. So the game, optimization in the game has not yet come yet. We're at version, you can see in the top corner, 1.4.1, and yeah, and more numbers. But I'm gonna not complain about that. There's lots more to be developed on the game. Optimization is one that really needs to be done, more so anyway. But we won't dwell on that. Here we go. Okay, so this is showing on the left. It shows this is how much we have in the machine. This is these the contents of these two mats. So what we're gonna do is shovel it into here, then dump water on it, which rinses the gravel, all the dirt through across these mats, which are, they kind of collect heavier things such as gold, and then the rest just kind of dumps out into the stream. So let's see here, we'll do some digging. So you take a scoop. Hopefully that's not too loud. I'll adjust volume in next episodes if it needs to be done. So there's a couple scoops. It's given us 11% in here per scoop, so it's 9 scoops to fill it. So we'll do that. I'm not going to show a lot of this on screen, a lot of shoveling, because it's kind of tedious and not the most exciting thing to watch. Let's see, how we go in here? 2 more. That should get us to 88. Okay, so that's full. So now what we do is we grab the bucket, dip it in the creek, and then when we dump this on here, you see it rinses through. You see all the dirt going through and the levels going down. Alright, so it'll probably take 3 buckets here to process all that. So I'll throw another one on. Now I could just throw the buckets in as fast as I could, but it only takes so much and then it's full, so that's about the right timing there. You can see there's very little gap. Alright, in the dirt going out of it. Gotta go fast, gotta go fast. So it's 10:30 in the morning. I'm hoping by nightfall we'll have, this will all be upgraded to the maximum tier 1 stuff. Let's see. So this will be the only time I fill this these mats this way without the pump. So we're not going to do a lot of bucketing, and really the panning also gets pretty tedious pretty quickly. So we'll be getting a wave table to take care of that. You'll see. You'll see. And those of you who've already played, you're like, yeah, I know. Well, gotta start somewhere. So I do not have the nuggets turned on, which means, look, by now I would have tons of gold with the nuggets turned on. It's just makes for an easier start. But we're not doing that this way in this series. Okay, is that going to do all of it? Boom, okay. And we're at 18%. Okay, so this is going to take a bit longer, so I'm going to be quiet and I'll zip this through. Okay, we've done some fussing, but we've got it. That should give us 100%. on the mats. All right, there we go. 100%, 100%. That means those mats are full. So now we need a bucket of water. And we'll set it over here, and we'll take our mats and we'll rinse them. Now, I generally put 2 mats per bucket. I don't know what the limit is, but it seems like you only need to do it this way. You can see the color in the bucket changes to show, I guess, the concentration. Anyway, we now have a bucket. We'll be able to pan that 4 times. So now we're gonna go get the tub and the pan. Oops, buy this. There we go. All right, so here's our wash tub in this tent. And I should move that truck out of here. It doesn't matter, we're only going by for a minute. Okay, so we want to get that full of water, set it out here where we can work. Go get the pan, the gold pan, miner's best friend, because that's what brings in the gold. Gold. Do you have the fever? I got the gold fever. Alright, so we drop our pan on the ground, get our bucket, and dump a bit in there. So you can see the level in the bucket went down. We'll get 4 pans out of this. And we do this. Okay, I've got a Xbox 360 controller, is what I've been using for excavator work and that sort of thing. And also for panning. See, I can do a little better. I don't do this with the keyboard. I don't even know how. I went straight to the controller. Okay, so you just do this a while. You're wiggling it around and moving things around. So dump the water out, and then we want to we have to manually pick all these little gold pieces. Oh, that was a good one. So when you're picking with the forceps on the left, those are good sized nuggets. You can see in the top right, it says I'm at 0.084 ounces. All right, so the little ones, the dust gets sucked up with the little plastic sucker container there. So ideally you want to be, well, it's, I think, random, but anyway, picking up with the forceps or tweezers is better than that thing, because you get more gold. All right, so let's see. Oh, yeah, there's a couple more in there. Let's move that around where I can get at it. Nice big piece there. Oh, a little one there. All right, so that's that. So if you're not sure, you can always, pan a little more, see if you get any out of it. But if you do it long enough the first time, that won't happen. Okay, let's drop that down. We'll get another scoop. We'll do 3 of these, and then we're gonna head off to town to sell our gold and go to the next upgrade for tier 1. So we'll want to get there's a sluice extension, so you can use 4 mats instead of 2, and we'll get a new hog pan that has a pump on it. So we'll have to get a little water pump, and then we can then we don't have to bucket in the water anymore. Wow, okay. There's gold in there. I'm just not doing it right. Here we go. Oh, I wasn't jiggling around with the right controller. There we go. Newbie mistake. Alright, so I've been watching from Discovery Channel, Devil's Canyon. It's a Gold Rush Devil's Canyon. So that kind of gave me the gold fever again. So that's when I decided I was going to make a video of this. Alright. Why? I don't know. Just cause. Get all these little bits of gold. So this will be our main way of getting gold until we can get the wave table. The wave table, once we have that, we won't need to do this picking of gold anymore. This is okay for a little bit, but it gets pretty tedious pretty quickly. Don't think I could do it for a living. Any more in there? Nope. Alright, so get another pan. Try and be a little bit faster at it now. Come on, gold, give us the good stuff. Oh, look at that, look at that. Gold. Oh, lots of it too. Alright, Let's pick all that gold out. Yeah, this part's a bit tedious. So is the shoveling. I try to get away from the shoveling as soon as I can. Rather dig with an excavator. I have a backhoe in real life, so I had to change my controls in the game to different controls because I push on my stick, and instead of the boom going outwards, it would pull it inwards, so it was backwards to me what I'm used to. So I had to change the controls there for my controller, the keys. Okay, there we go. We're just going to assume that that's all done out. Oops, get out of there, Nugget. Or not Nugget, it's dirt. We're out mining for dirt. Alright, so that bucket's done. Actually, we'll throw that bucket over here because that'll be in the way in a minute. Alright, last pan. We'll get this done, and then we're going to go spend some, we'll sell our gold, see what we get, and spend some money. Might even get a loan, we'll see. Is that, we'll give that another little shot here. If you don't quite do it enough, you'll see gold nuggets, or gold pieces that you can't pick up. That's what I've noticed anyway. Like you'll hover over them and you won't be able to grab them like I'm doing now. That just means you need to work the pan a little bit more. Oh, I hear an eagle screeching in the background. Half the time I don't know if that's in the game or if that's here in real life. I'm not that far away from here, from Haines, Alaska. I'm on the northwest coast, Canada, near Vancouver Island. So Devil's Canyon, which is the episode I was talking about there of Gold Rush. Devil's Canyon's here in British Columbia where I live. So I got a boat and there's a river near me called Gold River, and I'm really wondering if I should get a pan and just go give it a try. I don't know if you need a prospecting license or what. Okay, we're gonna go sell our gold. Sell our gold and buy some upgrades, and then once I get that set up, I think we'll see. I'm not sure about the time. Am I lagging here? Why am I leaving such a trail here? Huh. How bizarre. Usually you don't see tracks. I don't know if that's a graphics glitch. It's partway through recording and OBS. Sometimes that's what I record with OBS. Sometimes it glitches out a bit, which is not so great anyway, and so it kind of interrupted. I got a bit of a break there during the actual digging part. I had to stop and restart the game, and unplug my keyboard and plug it back in. Whoa! Watch where I'm driving. It's very bizarre. Oh, load screen. Wait for it. Alright, here we go. So I had to turn the shadows off. I know it doesn't look as good as it could, but if I put the shadows on, and I've noticed this on everybody else's videos that I've seen for Gold Rush, with the shadows on, it doesn't matter how good your computer is, it seems like you're going to get like 20 frames per second. So I turned them off, and everything else is up on full. So, oh well, sorry, no shadows. Just pretend. We'll just pretend there's lots of shadows. Oh, it's so shadowy through here. Oh, I can't see where I'm going from all these shadows. I have a good imagination. Alright, so we're over at the blacksmith. Oh, we need a horn on this thing so I can beep and say, hey, get out here, I need stuff. Alright, so we're gonna go to his door. Knock, knock. Alright, so here you can sell your ore if you don't have enough money to refine. We do. We have $69, $70 or something like that. So here we go. We're gonna refine our 1.4 ounces, seriously. Okay, that's pretty awful. So let's get our little tiny bit of gold. That'll be enough to buy the rest of the tier 1 equipment. So we're heading over to the bank now to sell that ingot, and then we'll go over to the warehouse and purchase some stuff. We'll have to go get some fuel too, because we have to get a water pump, and that requires fuel to run. It's a little gas generator on it. Gas-powered pump. Okay, so back to the bank. Deja vu, weren't we just here? All right, so we want, so if you look at the stock, you can see the prices. It's at 1225.38 now, so let's sell the gold bar for almost $1,600. Now, at this point, if we needed to, whoops, we can take out a loan, and the loan is based on basically your assets. So if we'd taken a loan right from the beginning, we could have taken out 2,000. Now we can take out 3,000, and it would cost us $25 to borrow it till tomorrow. Well, let's go see what we can buy first, and if we need more money, we'll come back. So we're heading over to the warehouse. And so, let's see. Try and remember all the, whoa, brakes. It's the pedal on the left, not on the right. So we'll just stop here since all the equipment comes out right next to us. Okay, so first thing we'll need is the upgrade. Oh, I should have gotten rid of the hog pen, no pump. Oh well. Alright, so we want one of those. We need a couple more mats. The extension. Okay, and water pump. Let's see here. We'll want. We'll need a water hose. And we need one of these. And oh, water filter. We'll want a water filter. It's over here. What else do we need? What else do we need? Gas can. I gotta take an extra can of fuel. Alright, is there anything else we need? I don't think so, but you know what? It's gonna happen is I'm gonna get back and I'll be like, oh darn, I forgot those. Oh well. Let's have a quick look. Okay, so we have our hog pan pump, which means you hook water up to it and then we don't have to use a bucket anymore. Couple more mats, the sluice box extension, so we can add the two mats, the small water pump, as well as the water hose that connects it to the hog pan, and the bigger hose that goes into the river with a water filter on the end of it, and a jerry can for fuel. Looks good, and we still have almost $900 left, so we don't have to take out a loan. So let's load all this stuff in the back. So one thing I like to do is try and load the pump and the fuel can in such a way as I can fuel them here in a minute. You'll see what I mean shortly. Well, it didn't go in there very well. Come on now. There we go. And okay, we'll get this. We'll stack that on top. Nope. Alright, good enough. So let's try and get this motor where I can actually, or this pump where I can fuel it when we get to the fuel station. Because sometimes when you go to fuel it in the truck with a bunch of equipment around it, it'll glitch out, and next thing you know, you get hoses flying all over the place. And well, hopefully I won't demonstrate that in a moment. But if I do, oh well, get a good laugh at my expense. Well, that's okay, I don't mind. I'm a tough guy, I can handle it. Alright, let's get this stuff in here. Yep, nothing worse than having these mats go flying, and sometimes they're hard to find again. Oop. Oh my gosh. Got the dropsies. There we go. And I get that filter. I'm not the best at using a controller, but oh well. I have arthritis in my hands. It's easier for me to use a controller. Oh, that's gonna, well, we'll see. Okay, let's head over to the fuel station. Don't need my lights on. What a mess in there. So, the safe thing would be when I get there is to haul the stuff out. So maybe that's what I'll do. Alright, so now we're going to the fuel station. Here's the bank on the left, so we're going to go past the bank. All the way down to the fuel station. We got enough money, I think we can fuel the truck too. You do not want to run out of fuel in the truck, because then it's a long walk back to town with a jerry can. I haven't done that, but I'm aware of it happening, so I make sure it doesn't happen to me. Okay, so let's see what happens. We're going to fill the pump first, because that's... Alright, so... Gosh. Alright, so now we'll fill it up to, it's going to take a 1.6 gallons, that'll be $12. And we'll fill this jerry can, don't you go flying. And that's another 5 gallons, so that'll keep us going. See, that's what I'm talking about, but I don't think we lost anything. Alright, and then let's fill up the truck. There's another 13 gallons, $7.73 a gallon. Wow, it's expensive right now. I don't know if that fluctuates. I think it does a little bit. This is nothing though. Wait till we get, you know, the bigger fuel tanks. The mobile one will be using that a lot. And then there's one you can actually get so that fuel gets delivered to you back on the parcel. We're ways from that one though. Go away, load screens. Okay, so we go along here and we pass. There's a little fence here, and then we make a right, and we go past the police station, and we're heading back to the parcel. 3:35 in the afternoon, 15:35. So we'll get this back and all hooked up, and should be able to get more gold by nightfall. Don't know how I'm doing for time with the time lapse. I'm not really sure on where my time is. So if the video lengths are weird, like long or short, I'll have to just get used to that. I don't usually do time lapse, but we will in this, because I know you don't want to sit there and watch me shoveling dirt for an hour. Well, I certainly wouldn't want to watch it. I don't even want to do it. I want to get in the excavator. And then we're in the excavator for a long, long, long time, I think. The excavator. There's 2 excavators. There's, well, more than 2. I think there's 3. Isn't there a giant one? I don't know. There's a small one and a large one. Anyway, I've used both of those. The small one I only use for about a day until I can afford the big one. That'll be on tier 2. Which will kind of piecemeal our way there, because I want to get a wavetable. Basically, the gold from this first run with a loan will give me enough to get the wavetable, and then I won't have to pan anymore. So that'll be good. I find the panning pretty tedious. Alright, we brought our goodies home. Let's see if we can take this all apart without it all falling all over the place. Okay, so now we can go. We'll replace our pump. We'll just get this set up, and I think I'll call it an episode. We'll fill it up. That'll start off next episode. So let's get rid of this. This thing we can just throw in the woods. It's only worth 50 bucks. Well, somebody kicked the bucket. Somebody named me. Alright, so let's get this as the hog pan pump. Get on there. There we go. And let's see, we need the sluice extension, but if I grab that, then we're going to have a pump go flying, so I'll have to grab it first. Where are we going to put this pump? Let's run it from across the river. Yeah, why not? It's not underfoot, and we don't have to listen to it. It's a little further away. Okay, we'll get this. Oh, it still hit those minor mosses. Yeesh. You'd think I'd learn by now. Okay, I can't see where I'm going, but it goes right here. There's our extension. See, it extends it further down to the water. And our mining, our mats. I was going to say miner's moss. It's a little bigger. These are still miner's moss, I imagine. Wow, sounds like a little bit of alliteration there. Miner's moss, imagine. Yeah, it's close enough. Okay, next up we need there's a little water filter. We'll get that out of the truck. Put this tailgate up out of the way. Alright, so now when you connect things, it locks them down. So I want to lock down the pump, and best way to do that is we'll put this on. There's 2 outputs for small hoses on here, one here and then one on the other side of it. So we'll route our hose over this way. Connect to the back. Now we'll be popping this off whenever we need to take the mats out. Alright, so now we need the big water pipe here, or hose. We'll connect that to the in, because we want water to go in it, right? And we'll put the end out here in the water somewhere. And next we need, where's that filter? All right, so this is it. This is tier 1 as far as you go in tier 1, as far as I know. I don't think there's anything else we can do. So I will show you that there's a little teaser for you. We'll start off next episode. We'll start off. I'll probably just shovel this full and yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I'll decide at that time. So thank you so much for joining me. Remember, if you do leave comments, and I really, really welcome them, if you have advice or little tips for everybody, leave them in the comments, and I respond to comments. If you say anything nasty, well, I'll probably ban you from the channel, because I really don't want to see that. This is a family show and a family channel, so you can, if you're a parent with kids, you can rest assured if you leave them here watching me, they're going to get good entertainment, and I won't be swearing and going on all these shenanigans. So anyway, thanks for watching, and click like if you enjoy what you see, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.